The world had always known legends, heroes born from struggle, titans shaped by conflict, and warriors forged in the heat of impossible battles. But never before had two such impossibly different forces drifted toward the same point in history. Popeye the Sailor Man, forged from grit, willpower, and the mysterious miracle of spinach, and Saitama, the unfathomably powerful hero whose strength had reached a level so absolute that even gods feared his boredom. Their paths should never have crossed, and yet destiny had begun to bend. It all began on a day that looked painfully ordinary. The ocean was calm, its waves brushing lazily against the hull of Popeye's battered ship, the Sea Hog's Bane. Popeye stood at the bow, pipe angled between his teeth, squinting at the horizon like a man expecting trouble. Trouble in his life was as constant as the tides, but this time trouble came in the form of something he had never seen, an enormous shimmering vortex forming in the sky, spiraling downward like a cosmic drain sucking reality inward. Olive screamed from the deck. Wimpy dropped his sandwich in shock. Even Bluto paused mid-scheme, jaw hanging open. Popeye narrowed his eye. "Wells blow me down. I ain't never seen a storm what starts in the sky like a bathtub drain." It wasn't a storm, it was a tear, an interdimensional fracture glowing gold and white, pulsing with raw energy. And from within that cosmic rip came a blast of shockwaves that sent ships rocking violently. Meanwhile, in an entirely different universe, Saitama stood in his apartment, staring blankly at the empty plastic grocery bag in his hand. He had, once again, missed the supermarket sale by 2 minutes. "Man, this is the real tragedy," he sighed. Genos burst through the wall again, charred, smoking, and panicked. "Sensei, a massive multi-dimensional anomaly has appeared above City F. The global hero network is calling every available S-class hero." Saitama blinked. "Yeah? But the sale..." Before he could finish, a second tier opened, this one right above them, pulling at the molecules of reality like a cosmic vacuum. Genos shouted warnings, debris lifted off the ground, and suddenly Saitama felt his feet leaving the floor. "Oh, come on," he muttered, as he was yanked into the spiraling light. Across universes, across timelines, across every rule governing existence, the two rifts aligned, and the worlds began to merge. The ocean churned violently as the sky tore open above Popeye's ship. A human-shaped object shot out of the portal like a missile and cratered into the water with a thunderous splash. Popeye stumbled as waves crashed across the deck. When the figure surfaced, swimming with casual board strokes, Popeye leaned over the railing. "Hey there, fella. You ain't looking too seaworthy." Saitama pushed wet cloth from his eyes and stared. "Did I fall into the wrong anime?" Popeye extended a calloused hand. "I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, and you looks like ya needs a towel." Saitama took the handshake, his expression a mixture of confusion and resignation. "I'm Saitama, hero for fun, accidentally sucked through a sky hole." The sailor grinned. "A hero, eh? I respects that. So what you do? Got any powers?" Saitama shrugged. "I'm strong." Bluto barged forward, shoving Popeye aside with a sneer. "Strong? Ha! Nobody's stronger than me except spinach breath over here. How's about I test ya?" Before Popeye could protest, Bluto swung a massive fist at Saitama's face. Saitama didn't move. Bluto's fist stopped on contact, ribs vibrating from the recoil, before pain shot up his arm and he howled. "What you made of, iron?" Popeye's pipe almost fell out of his mouth. "Well, shiver me timbers." Saitama blinked. "Oh, my bad. I didn't do anything." Popeye glared. "Now's a fine mess." He pulled out a can of spinach just as Saitama cracked his knuckles. "Wanna take turns?" Saitama asked. Popeye clenched his fist around the spinach can. Saitama exhaled in disappointment. For the first time ever, Saitama sensed a challenger fate itself demanded he fight. And Popeye, legendary sailor of impossible strength, felt something stir in his soul, a calling, an anchor, a test from the very cosmos. The stage had been set. Saitama raised a hand in apology. "Sorry, old man. I don't really want to fight, but looks like we gotta wrap this up quick." Popeye cracked his knuckles, one by one, each pop echoing like a cannon. "Don't you old man me baldy. I fights for me friend. If a scrap's what's needed, then by thunder, a scrap's what you gets." A shockwave surged between them as fate locked their roles in place. Saitama moved first. He didn't rush, didn't blink, didn't posture. He simply reappeared, right in front of Popeye, throwing a straight punch so fast it left no trail, no glare, no distortion. It was the most casual strike in creation, yet enough to reduce mountains to vapor. It connected with Popeye's palm. The sailor had caught it. Saitama's eyes widened by exactly 1 millimeter. A massive reaction by his standards. Popeye grinned. "Here packs a solid wallop, but I ain't even warmed up yet." Then the sailor did something no opponent ever had time to do. He popped open a can of spinach with Saitama's fist still in his hand. Gloomp, his muscles ignited. Navy blue veins lit up like cables carrying thunder. His forearms ballooned into anchors of living steel, tattoos glowing like runes. His single eye burned white with determination. Popeye's power spiked so violently that the ocean split beneath them, carving a trench to the sea floor. Saitama blinked again. "Okay, that's new." Popeye swung. The uppercut ripped the sky. Clouds tore like fabric. The sea convulsed. Saitama flew backward like a comet, smashing through the air, skidding across the ocean for miles, carving a glowing trail of displaced water that hovered instead of falling. He stood up without a scratch, but he rubbed his cheek. He had felt it. Not pain, not injury, more like pressure. The smallest touch of resistance. Saitama slowly smiled, a rare, genuine smile. Finally, he vanished. Popeye didn't see him move, but he felt the impact. Saitama's punch hit him in the gut so hard, the sailor's pipe shot out of his mouth like a missile and vaporized a distant mountain. Popeye was blasted skyward, spinning end over end, until Saitama appeared above him and kicked him downward, sending him plunging into the ocean like an asteroid. The sea exploded. A crater formed in the water, an impossible sight, a bowl of dry ocean floor, before the sea collapsed back into place. Popeye erupted from the depths with a roar that shook the world. "I ain't done yet, Chrome Dome." He grabbed a battleship thrown loose by the cosmic storm and swung it like a club. Saitama punched the battleship into dust. Popeye punched the dust. The dust exploded. They collided again. Sailor fist versus hero fist. And the shockwave split the horizon, turning night into day and day into night across alternating streaks of the sky. Saitama unleashed a barrage of normal punches, thousands per second, each folding space around them. Popeye blocked with forearms tougher than naval armor, each strike pushing him back an inch, then half an inch. Then he planted his feet. The sailor roared, forcing his body forward through the infinite storm of strikes. "Ya think I'm just as some cartoon, do ye? I been bustin' brutes since before you was even in trainin' pants." Saitama stopped punching. He inhaled. His fist tightened. Serious series. Popeye gulped. "Ah, spinach." Serious punt. But Popeye did not fall. He staggered. He bled from his nose. He tasted iron. But he stood. He stood. And he reached, slowly, painfully, into his shirt and pulled out something no one had ever seen before. A second can. A forbidden can. Mega-Spinach. Glowing, radiant, reeking of myth and cosmic destiny. He swallowed it in one gulp. His body erupted into blinding emerald light. Muscles turned into mountains. Arms thickened into colossal pistons. His chest expanded like a battleship's hull. His single eye became a lighthouse of pure white power. The sailor had become something beyond mortal, beyond cartoon, beyond myth. "Saitama, this is me. Final form." Saitama grinned. "I knew it." They charged. The air between them imploded. The sea beneath them disintegrated. The sky above them peeled away. Even the cosmic entity gasped. Their fists met. One shone gold, one burned emerald. The impact didn't create a shockwave. It created silence. All sound ceased. All motion froze. Then bull. All. Fine. The world snapped back. A pillar of light rose into the heavens. Continents trembled. The cosmic rift sealed. Reality anchored. And one figure fell. Popeye hit the ocean with the force of a meteor. His mega-spinach drained, muscles returning to normal, pipe falling beside him. Saitama drifted downward, landing gently on a floating plank of wood. He bowed his head. "Good fight, sailor." Popeye managed a weak grin. "Yeah, one tough critter." Baldy, his eye closed. Saitama stood victorious.